We've got another band here, but here's what scares me. Wharton to Palacios, that's a new band, right?
That's a new band.
And that's coming in here and will feed into this system because this is not going anywhere. I know that you've been looking at some data. We've got like some convergence or some things kind of coming together right over the city of Houston, which is going to keep this rain, right?
Yeah, and what's happening is the term convergence that you mentioned, that's when winds are coming together in one spot. And whenever you get winds at the ground coming together at one spot, and one of those winds is loaded with a bunch of moisture, you can get some tremendous rain in one particular area. And we're seeing that in the data at this time. This is a simple map, the wind gust map that we show you all the time. And it's basically showing you a couple of things tonight. First of all, it's showing you that we have extremely strong winds near tropical storm force feeding this storm system from the south and east. 39-mile-per-hour wind gusts there in Galveston, 37 in Pearland, 31 in Angleton. These numbers are stronger than the numbers that we've seen for any flood that I've seen here in southeast Texas. I remember seeing 35 miles per hour for the Tax Day flood. We're near tropical storm force with this. Now, there's something else that I'm seeing, a couple of things here. Notice how you have these winds coming in sort of like this, and then these winds coming in sort of like that, and they're both converging right over the city of Houston. That's what we mean by convergence. Winds coming from different directions coming together at one spot. And whenever you get winds coming together like that, Tim, one of them slightly drier than the other one, you get a lot of lift in the atmosphere, and you can get a tremendous amount of rain, and that is exactly what we're getting out there right now.
Because the air's kind of piling up there. You've got air blowing in two different directions. It literally piles up and creates that lift in the atmosphere.
Creates all that lift. That's exactly right.
And that's what's creating the rain here tonight. And so we're seeing this band of rain out here to the west. So not only are they getting the heavy rain, but they're getting 25-mile-an-hour winds. You mentioned Galveston, 39-mile-an-hour wind gust right now. Tropical storm force winds. Same thing, it looks like Pearland, 37 miles per hour there, just under that tropical storm force. But very strong winds feeding into it. So a lot of folks that are here watching us right now are not only getting the heavy rain, but they're getting the strong winds as well. What do you got?
You mentioned just a while ago that line out there near the Wharton area down towards Palacios. Well, guess what? It was just put under a flash flood warning. We knew it would happen at some point tonight, and they just put that particular area under a flash flood warning. So flash flood warning in effect for parts of Colorado County.
Look at this. Flash flood warning goes all the way up here from Palacios to Matagorda to Columbus into Colorado County and Austin County.
That goes until 3:45 in the morning. So that's going to go for at least a couple of hours.
So they don't see that line moving. And by they, I mean the National Weather Service. Our flash flood emergency, which was set to expire at 12:15, was then extended to 1:45, I think, and then went to 2:15. Is now 6:15 in the morning is when the National Weather Service says our flash flood emergency for the city of Houston will expire, affecting almost 3 million people over the city. So I know we've said this before, but we'll say it again. It's going to be a long night for us. Make sure you have some way. And by the way, power we know is going out in some areas because of the lightning, because of the wind, because of the rain. Make sure you have some way of getting some communication, be it a smartphone with the AccuWeather app or your favorite app or the NOAA Weather Radio, whatever it is, because we anticipate more flooding and we anticipate the potential here for some more tornadoes to spin out of some of these storms here tonight.
All right, Tim, thanks a lot. And, of course, the flooding we've been talking about.